Hello again. We're starting off awful dark. I have the lights off in the room to kill reflections because this is a rather reflective monitor that the camera is pointed at, since I don't have a screen capture device of any sort. Today we're going to be running some DOS benchmarks from Phil's computer lab. Many thanks to him for this set of benchmarks. Powering on the computer now. Running for the video in this, I have the the Cirrus Logic ISA video card. Looks like I have quite a bit of memory in that machine. I was pressing F8 to get to the boot menu. We're going to boot into command prompt only. Had to turn the brightness down. It was anyway. I'm sure you've seen this screen on other videos, but let's go with a 3D bench for faster PCs. That's option 2. We'll see how that runs. That looks pretty smooth, but you'd expect that on a 500 megahertz SuperSocket 7 processor. 41.9. Escape out of that. Let's look at landmark. Why not, right? Those scores are off the charts. But it's registering it as a 486DX. That's funny. At roughly 1.6 gigahertz, I think a 486 would just pop like a kernel of popcorn under that sort of speed. Now let's get out of there. Let's do something a little more interesting. Let's do the Doom Max Details. Alright, no sound. Of course, I don't have a sound card plugged into this machine. This seems to be running pretty smooth, though. A little choppiness here and there. But this is an ISA video card. That's getting a little choppy, a little slow there. You can probably hear the loud fan on this. I have a replacement for that. We'll install that here in just a little bit. $2134 game ticks and 4088 real ticks. A bit slower than I expected, but that was the max detail setting. Let's look at the PC player benchmark while we're in here. Had a little hiccup at the start. $30.2. Probably more a testament to the slowness of the video card than anything else. Oh, let's escape out of that. Let's see if check CPU recognizes the processor. It does. Right there at the top, AMD K6-2. It says CXT. Lists a bunch of speeds. Ours is the 500 megahertz. 501 megahertz. 100 megahertz bus clock. Five times multiplier. All right. Going to go back into DOS. And I'll be right back with you. I'm going to show you and then change the video card and the fan and add a sound card to this machine. Are you guys tired of seeing inside of this case yet? Well, to get a better look at what we were looking at before, this is the video card. Not sure if you can see the chip with the wire in the way there. The GeForce 2-V. It says 3.15.01.03.01. Is that possibly a date code? Made in 2001? I'm not sure. Again, AGP. Memory on both sides. We'll go in this slot right here. The AGP slot, of course. The blank is already taken out on the back. Just push him down in there. Put a screw in there to hold him down, because this is the card I got for this build. Alright, move the VGA cable to that card, and then we'll pop out that Cirrus Logic AGP, that Cirrus Logic ISA card. We'll take a look at it too. This is a Cirrus Logic CLGD5401.42 K6-2 that hopefully that's showing up there. 16-bit ISA, a little bit of RAM right there. Says this card was at least sold 2 days before Christmas in 1994. Set this down in a safe place. The next card is this creative. It's a Sound Blaster PCI model CT4740. This will go in an ISA slot. I want to give the video card a little bit of room though, so I'm going to move this blank one position up so that we give a little space to that card. Since I'm not putting anything else into this case, I like to space things out a little. Alright. And then this will go in one of the PCI slots. Just like so. If I had an optical drive, a CD-ROM drive, a DVD-ROM drive, the audio output would go in one of these slots here. But I don't have one of those, so those are going to stay empty. Alright, and next will be this fan. It says Adaptec on it. Of course, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do that off camera. Hold on. I'm not sure you can see it down there, but I have my postcard in this bottom slot, and it's just showing dashes after putting in that new hardware. Let's turn him back off. I'm going to first try by pulling the sound card, since I remember this board having trouble booting with PCI video cards in the past. We'll see if that does the trick. Not even a little bit. Well, let's see if we pop out the video card. Come on, you. Let's see if the card does anything at all now. No. Well, I think I found my issue. When I was fighting getting that fan on that socket, the heatsink dropped. Must have collided with something on the motherboard. If you can see that right there, if it's going to focus, one of those little legs on that IC is bent over, hopefully not broken, and seems to be possibly shorting on the pin next to it. I'm going to try to straighten that up and then see if we have any luck. Alright, I managed to straighten that pin. Everything still looks to be connected. Got them as straight as I could. Should really watch what I'm doing. I really hope I didn't permanently damage this board, but that's the way things go sometimes. Alright, I'm going to put the fan on here while it's still in a horizontal position so I don't risk doing that again. Then we're going to put it back in the case and see if we have any better luck. Alright, it's time for the test. Make sure the power supply is on. Push the power button. There's no video card or anything else in here. No drives, everything's disconnected from the motherboard. We're just going to see if we see postcodes show up on that postcard. We do indeed. Without an issue at all. Alright, with that, let's install. First, let's push the motherboard tray back into where it belongs. So don't want it just hanging out there. Just hanging out there, flapping in the breeze, as some might say. Okay, let's put the video card in there and see if we get video. We're going to take this slowly. I'm going to leave the camera right where it sits, and I'll report back. Doing everything pretty simple. Turn the power supply back on. And we have video. That's very good news. Alright, since it's working, let's screw that card right back in. Just like so. Let's pop this sound card in where I had it. And we'll see if we continue to get video. And we do. The fan isn't any quieter, but I guess we'll just have to live with that. I'm not taking it back off of there. Alright, let's tighten that card down. We'll put everything else back together. Then we'll see what it does. Do not adjust your set. We are controlling the vertical and the horizontal. But all joking aside, we're back pointed at the monitor and killed the lights to avoid annoying reflections. Let's turn the computer back on. And see if it posts video. And looky there. I'm going to drop the brightness down so we don't get those glares. Look at all that RAM. Screen's a little off center with the new video card, but that's fine. Keyboard isn't responding because it's not plugged in. Because I am absent-minded. Why did you hear me fumbling around in the dark? There we go. Let's see if this works. I'm caught on the old fan. Alright, why is it hanging there? Oh. Get out of the memory test. Gets that far. I'm not touching any keys on the keyboard. I'm going to see if it eventually gets through this spot. Oh, I see. This drive is missing because I took it out. It's hanging on that. Worry me for no reason. Hopefully. Me knocking on wood. Watch that number tick up. $300 and some odd megabytes of RAM. There we go. Let's get it back into the boot menu like we were before. Command prompt only. If I learn to type. Let's run the 3D bench first, like we did last time. Super skate. My goodness. I'm not speeding this up at all. That is so much faster than that ISA card. 382.7. That's incredible. Alright. Let's see what Landmark has to say. Video is off the charts. Still registering as a 486 processor though. that's kind of funny. Alright. Let's see what Doom does. That's a little fast. Yeah, I'd say this card, I don't have any drivers or anything installed, but I think it works just fine. 612 real ticks. That's the lowest number I've seen so far. All right. Let's see what the Quake demo at 640 by 480 looks like. Pretty good. No. A little beyond excellent, I'd say. That's almost too fast to realize what's going on. .5 FPS. I think it was a little higher than that. Well, that's okay. Yes. Let's see the PC player benchmark at 640 by 480. Looks pretty smooth. Got a little tank running through there. Graphics look so crisp. That's pretty good. Interesting that rebooted the system. Well, that does it for this video. I'm glad you can join me on benchmarking this machine and enjoying the wonderful improvements the video made. The next steps with this is to get the video drivers working in Windows 98. see how far we can push that, and then maybe run a few games on it, see what that video card can do, and also to get the sound card working. And as always, I wish all of you a good day or night or whatever time of day, and we'll see you next time.